Frank Farina, fortunate with injuries this season. He's been able to use the same 12 or 13 players from the start. They've done the job, certainly. Gwynne getting himself in a little bit of bother, but that's a good ball that finds Cranney now. Knocked on there by Gwynne. Farina. Gwynne continues his run. Great effort this by Gwynne. Eventually just forced off the ball. Simunic. Lovely skills, and look at that delivery by Simunic, just a little bit overhit, but what a player this young Joseph Simunic is. A lot of conjecture about whether he will ultimately declare his hand for Croatia or Australia. So many people are hoping it'll be the latter.
But how elegant was that play? He was surrounded there, he's just turned on a sixpence, dragged the ball with the bottom of his foot and just went round two players if they weren't there.
Tight play here by the Knights. They've done well. Duzel has Bernini to his right, overlapping. Goes inside instead. Chips the ball over the top. Markovski's lurking for the Knights. That was an important header by Hunter in the end. And Markovski battling away against Battistin. He's drawn the foul. Battistin looking a little bit perplexed.
Actually, this is a very interesting situation. Just before this, a definite foul. You can see him pulling the shirt. But we saw last night, Michael, with the penalty given for an unintentional handball. And just before that, Battiston's cleared the ball. It's come back up onto his hand inside the penalty box. Last night, that would have been a penalty.
Vojtek now with the free kick for the Knights, in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Away by Brayshaw. It's Duzel with the shot, blocked by one or two Brisbane players in the end. The Knights, though, starting to slip into gear. Lapsansky. Pondeljak. Here's Marth. He'll line it up from distance. Andrew Marth. He has a great shot on him. And straight at the goalkeeper in the end, who made it look a little bit too casual there, Clint Bolton. Well, the Brisbane players would be well aware of the danger Andrew Marth poses from just this sort of distance.
Yeah, you can see him line it up. Just one step, strikes it. I'll tell you what, Bolton would be very happy. I think that would have swerved every which way, and in the end came straight at him, and he was lucky to get his hands to it.
Plenty of words have been written about John Markovski, whether he'll ever fulfil his enormous potential. The jury's still out as Cranney's ball finds Rod Brown, and an open chance goes begging. Well, by the standards of that man, Rod Brown, that was a gilt-edged opportunity, no question about it. It was just good harassing play there by Kasey Wehrman, I think it was in the end. And Brown probably should have done better. Away by Hunter. What a lovely pass that was by Alan Hunter. And Wehrman's delivery is a good one. Here's Cranney through the middle across the face of goal. And the ball just played too quickly in front of Farina. You wonder whether Sean Cranney may have been better advised to have a shot there. But boy, Brisbane opened up the Knights completely on that right-hand side. And eventually Farina just unable to get onto the end of it.
Yeah, great ball again by Kasey Wehrman, and no, I think from there he had to do what he did to get a good crossing, but unfortunately Cranney's pace makes it very difficult for his supporting players to get up there, and unfortunately Frank Farina was the only one there. But poor positioning by the keeper too. He was way outside his 6-yard box.
Farina bundled off the ball there by Lapsansky. The referee decides it was a free kick. There's the Brisbane bench, Danny Wright, Vedran, Becirbegovic and others. Let's see if Brisbane can do better from this free kick. They wasted similar opportunity early in the match. Same two players over the ball, Battistin and Phillips. Chip from Phillips, the header there by Alan Hunter, but he's always stretching to get on the end of that, big Alan Hunter, and no danger ultimately for the Knights.
Yeah, a little chip from Gary Phillips in again, probably needed to be a little bit deeper. Alan Hunter, very good to get the header, but no power, no direction in the end.
The ball chipped into space by Hunter, and Cranney does well to bring it down. No support in front of him though. Farina. Lovely layoff there for Brown. And the overlap provided by Brayshaw. Here's an opportunity for Brisbane. And the wrong option taken in the end by the Strikers. Knezevic getting a palm onto that cross by Brayshaw. But they were queuing up in the middle, really, and perhaps the ball should have been cut back across the face of goal. Yeah,
good play by Brisbane again, stretching the Melbourne Knights. In the end, yes, you're right, Michael. A shot on goal from there. Keeper, if he's not able to stop that. As you see from here, he's virtually only got about 2 metres to shoot at, and the keeper more than able to block that.
And Ivan Duzel appealing to the linesman. Lennie asking him to get away. It's a free kick to Brisbane. And here is a card, in fact, for Duzel for complaining too loudly, too loud and too long. The complaints from Ivan Duzel. I wouldn't be surprised if he said a few words there in Croatian. Well, that was a poor ball by Cervinski. They're getting out of it, the Melbourne Knights, but a lapse in concentration. Brisbane have won the ball back. Here comes Wehrman, pass two, still going. What a run this is from Wehrman. The crowd to their feet. And Farina goes to the back post. 1-0 to Brisbane. And Farina is first to applaud the run and the cross there from Kasey Wehrman. And right on the stroke of 30 minutes, the Strikers are in front. And very much a case of the old and the new. A good team goal by the Strikers. And what a combination between Wehrman and Farina.
Make no mistake, Michael, this is a great run by Wehrman. Look where he starts, just inside the half. Just licks it by one, accelerates past, keeps control, very close control here. And this is, look at this, blind ball again, but he knows where it's got to go. But this is an exceptional header. That's a Frank Farina gem. It may look like a couple of mistakes, but he's got up high, he's not allowed the player. Good play here, you just see him, he keeps going, keeps his head up. But watch this header from Frank Farina. Look how high he gets already. He's up. Look him get up. He's got no hope. And a great, powerful header at the near post.
What an impact he has had since returning from Europe last season. And delivering the goods once again as the Strikers come forward on that right side. What a strong challenge by Wehrman. Here's Brayshaw. And just wide there from Andy Brayshaw. They're getting plenty of joy out of these crosses from the right, the Strikers. Brayshaw got between two Knights players on that occasion. And in the end could well have put the Strikers further in front.
Yeah, again, Brayshaw, very brave header. But Gary Phillips, again, a blind ball deep in behind. And as we see, they're not pinging Marth. They're getting in behind Marth and utilising the advantage they have with Benini, who's not a very tall player.
And John Markovski just losing his concentration there. He's starting to get heckled by the crowd. John Markovski. We shouldn't let it get to him, though.
Yeah, it's a failing that John has. I mean, if things are not going too well for him, he can, especially in front of a big grandstand like that, just lose it a little bit.
Look at the pace here of Sean Cranney. Farina! And ultimately off the upright, a goal kick awarded by Lennie. But as we said a moment or two ago, this is the best avenue to goal for the Strikers. Down that right side, too much pace there by Cranney for the Knights' defence, and Farina with an angle which was ultimately a little bit too acute. The Knights keeping the ball on the deck. Here's Duzel. Kutlesovski, Benini offers the width. That's a good ball in by Benini, and what a good save ultimately by Clint Bolton. He had two players in front of them, one from his own team, and he got over the top of both of them.
There we see Bernini get a great crossing. Watch this bend in, and Bolton watching it all the way. Very, very good, solid take by the keeper, and ultimately, even under a bit of pressure from his own player, still didn't release the ball.
Well, that's better stuff from Ransford Bernini. He needs to offer more to the Knights' attack, certainly. He is playing very wide, but at the moment he's not getting forward.
Yeah, I don't think we'd expect to see him, especially with match fitness, Michael, but we just saw there he's capable of giving some beautiful ball from the right.
Great run this by Pondeljak, and the shot is in. Well, out of nothing really, the Knights have struck back, and it was a moment of genius from Tom Pondeljak, who just sprinted through the Brisbane defence, catching the goalkeeper Clint Bolton at his near post, and the Knights on the board. The goal coming just 5 minutes before half-time, and what an opportune moment it was too.
Yeah, look at this play. I mean, you can't let him do anything anywhere. He's taken the ball under pressure. I mean, Bolton will be very, very unsatisfied with that, Michael. I mean, so will the coach. But watch him here. You just can't let him run at you. He's got the pace. He knows where the goal is. He keeps going. He keeps going. And look at this. Ultimately, a shot between the legs of Bolton from there.
Cross comes in. Brown misses it completely. Farina. And a timely interception there by Bernini. Denies Farina a second goal. Still plenty of Brisbane players though in there. Cranney's cross screwed back. Farina with the header. A good chance that. A very, very good chance for Farina. He should have hit the target. He knows it. He scored the hard one and missed the easy one, Frank Farina. Battistin with a foot in. Phillips in there strongly against Pondeljak. Cranney trying to find Farina. He gets a touch off Simunic. It's Farina against the keeper. And the deflection here. Rod Brown must score. Great save, Knezevic. Well, Vilson Knezevic distinguishing himself there. Brisbane could so easily have taken the lead. And Farina with the first opportunity straight at the keeper. The rebound fell to Brown and he couldn't put it away.
Yeah, he gets up very well here, and this is a great reflex save. I mean, and what a good ball here is. Look at the fortunes of football. Just a touch by, I think it's Simunic, just a deflects pass straight into Farina's path. Look at him size it up. At the moment, a little bit off balance, strikes it. Knezevic gets down well, but look how quickly he gets back up. He's able to react to Rod Brown's shot. Very, very good follow through.
Bernini, time to measure the cross. The switch is on if he wants it. Looking for Tsitsakis. Good cut back by Tsitsakis, and the shot was an excellent one on the turn by Kutlesovski. And what a fine save by Bolton. Magical stuff there by the Knights. Bolton certainly making up for his earlier mistake. This was a fine effort by Kutlesovski.
Magnificent save. Good cross here. Tsitsakis whips it in. And as you see here, Kutlesovski lines it up. Great volley, and what a save. Bolton wouldn't have seen that until it was virtually right next to him. A magnificent save.
Well, it's all happening as we looked at that replay. And it's Farina, I think, who is down. The crowd baying for blood. And it's Andrew Marth who has been sent off, in fact. So big stubber Marth, the captain of the Knights, takes the long walk back to the dressing room. 15 minutes into the second half. The Knights now down to 10 men. And it was for an incident involving Frank Farina. It's a situation, of course, which had been festering, if you like, all match. And Farina down for the count. Marth in the dressing room. Well, the pendulum swings now. Perhaps some concussion there for Farina. Pondeljak trying to skip past Gwynne, who gets a foot in there, and it's Phillips now down in the centre of the field as Duzel appeals for calm. He's already been booked, Ivan Duzel. And he's off, Ivan Duzel. That's the second card. So further disaster for the Melbourne Knights. The players asking plenty of questions. And what a situation this is now. The Melbourne Knights reduced to 9 men as Ivan Duzel is sent off, the second Knights player to be dismissed by Eddie Lennie. And there was the incident. We'll have a look at it again as Phillips goes down under the challenge of Lapsansky. Duzel trying to hurdle the fallen player. A harsh decision, really. Becirbegovic. Here come the Strikers. It's Sean Cranney against the keeper. A collision, no penalty though. That was a perfectly fair challenge by Knezevic. There's an indication though of the advantage that Brisbane have numerically. There's not enough red shirts in the way ultimately. It was a good ball by Troy Cranney for his brother Sean, but out quickly was Knezevic to close the angles. Put back in there by Cranney, and the header just over from Mark Battistin. Not too far away there. The ball just landing on the top of the netting. This was a good header by Battistin. Dropping in the end just fractionally over the crossbar.
You see the cross come in, and a very good header. Probably got under a little bit. Knezevic was there, but again, could just, if it was going to, it would have to be just pinpoint accurate.
Phillips. The crowd's starting to get on the back of these Brisbane players. They want a greater sense of urgency. Here's Becirbegovic. Bosnian refugee who's arrived at the Strikers this season. He had trials with Sydney United. They wanted to keep him, but he's opted to stay in Queensland. As Markovski goes down now, and Brayshaw is in trouble. So Brayshaw has been sent off. Well, that's a sensation. Andy Brayshaw takes the long walk now, the third player to be sent off in the match for an incident involving Zoran Markovski. Once again, something behind play. Once again, a player down on the ground. Once again, a player sent off. As Wayne Knipe gets his chance, just on 7 or 8 minutes left in the match. Knipe eager to come on, as yet no signal from the referee. And that's a terrible cross there by Troy Cranney. Well, young Wayne Knipe, one of the many young local products introduced to the Strikers by Frank Farina. Rod Brown is the player to make way, so Wayne Knipe into that forward line immediately. Wehrman, Hunter with the overlap, and almost an own goal. It's bouncing around in there, and Knezevic finally claims the ball. Well, how on earth did that not find the back of the net? The Knights knew even less about it than Brisbane, but somehow or other, the bounce of the ball favoured Vilson Knezevic. Almost an own goal, bodies flying everywhere. Knipe almost turning the ball into goal. Knipe. Wehrman. Becirbegovic. Knipe again. Goal! Brisbane! That's the winner! The super sub, Wayne Knipe. And look at the smile from Frank Farina. It was a painful one. But relief floods down from the terraces. He's a grimace more than a smile from Farina. Vilson Knezevic beaten at last. And what a time for Wayne Knipe to to score his first goal in the Ericsson Cup. Right at the death, 89 minutes gone. And the crowd in uproar. Frank Farina off the bench. And surely that's the ball game as far as the Knights are concerned. It was Wehrman laying the ball into the feet there. A lovely touch by Becirbegovic. And a clinical finish from Wayne Knipe. And Brisbane in front with just a few minutes to go. Battistin. And Battistin goes down. The referee ignores the claims. Well, it'll be interesting to see whether that was in the box or not, because it was a very close call, and for mine that was a trip, but it did occur just outside the area, so it wouldn't have been a penalty anyway. As Tsitsakis slides in there against Becirbegovic. The crowd want it to end here. They want the victory. They can taste it. Have the Knights got one last effort on goal? The cross comes in from Trupkovic. Sliding in there. Cervinski with a shot, and straight at the goalkeeper in the end. The ball over the top. Away by Banini. Tsitsakis finds Markovski. Trupkovic. Cervinski has stayed forward. What an important tackle that was, though, by Battistin. And now it's over. The final whistle from referee Lennie. The points belong to the Brisbane Strikers. So the